What if Tom Cruise married Kelly McGillis back in the 1980s when he first starred in the movie Top Gun 1? I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of Top Gun 2 coming out soon. I'm pretty excited to see this movie. But there's three parts to this video. There's three lessons to be taken away from that. Firstly, guys in their teens these days, they're getting screwed over. Guys in their early 20s going to university, they're getting screwed over. It's a female-dominated society, and Western society really is quite female-dominated. Men are dropping out of university, and we have all these economic problems as a byproduct of society evolving this way. And that's partially why we are having a lot of angry young men and the collapse of Western society. Now, the purpose of this video is to give a young teenage guy hope, a guy in his early 20s, just to let him know, look, just because the good-looking meathead in your school or university is getting all the girls now, doesn't mean it's the end of everything for you. Because as you get into your late 20s, even your late 30s, and even your 40s, if you look after your body, you eat well, you hit the gym, you look after your career, you make sure you have enough money. You don't have to be mega rich. And three, another one is learn game. That's what this channel is about. Learn about dating, relationships, learn a bit of cold approach, learn all the goodies that make you a fully rounded man. And that's the second one. And the third one is, because you're losing out right now as a teenager and a guy in his early 20s, it doesn't mean you will in the future. Because a lot of women, they get old early, and men, we age like fine wine. I'm 40 now. You know, I look pretty good. I look pretty good for my age, right? And I'm disabled. And I don't look too bad. But women, they age quite badly. I mean, so what I'm going to talk about is and there's another facet. Maybe it's the fourth lesson, is maybe you shouldn't get married too soon. Because you might be marrying a girl that doesn't look after herself, and she doesn't age very well. And we're going to look at all of that today. We're going to go through a few clips. Before we kick it off, I'm Dave, and this channel is dedicated to giving you no bullshit novel dating advice for the modern man. I would also like to refer you to the link in the description where you can get some one-on-one coaching with me. Just fill out the form. We can do some online coaching. So let's get on with look at this. So as you can see, Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis, these were the stars. This is 1986. If you go down, see 1986. I don't know if you can see that. There it is there. 1986. So let's have a look at this. See, she was stunning in the 80s. And Tom was a bit of a hunk, wasn't he?
Lieutenant, my review of your flight performance in the test was right on in my professional.
First lesson here. Most men these days will go, "Oh, I'm sorry, are you okay? What did I do wrong?" This is how a real man should react in this situation. Stick to your guns. If you don't believe that you've done anything wrong and she's in the wrong, you don't have to pay her any attention.
I can't hear you.
Yeah. And also that builds attraction too, because she learns that he's not going to take any shit from her. So therefore she's more likely to be attracted to him. The male feminist beta cucks out there that would go, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." She's not attracted to them.
When I fly, I'll have you know that my crew and my plane come first.
Well, I'm going to finish my sentence, Lieutenant. My review of your flight performance was right on.
Is that right?
That is right.
But I held something back. I see some real genius in your flying, Maverick, but I can't say that in there. I was afraid that everyone in that tax trailer would see right through me. And I just don't want anyone to know that I've fallen for you.
Imagine if we relive that and he stops and doesn't get on the motorbike and panders to her and goes, oh, I'm so sorry, what did I do wrong? Would she still be attracted to him? No. Because then he'll come off like a pussy. Oh my god, they're working together. He's about to get Me Too'd. I think this is all pretty dark, so I think you get the point, right? You know, she was hot back then. She was really hot. Look at this. Wow, she looks great. She's got the red lipstick on. It's very K-pop.
It looks like you need another shower.
Right.
Release the tension with a laugh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Your mix sighting is really important to my work, but, I don't normally invite students to my house. You're,
He's silent. He doesn't care. He's taking all of the pressure.
But please understand, I still have a job to do.
That's game. That's game, boys. You're learning that? That's Tom Cruise game. That's elite level Tom Cruise game. I love it. Now, I think this photo was from 2 years ago. So, look at the difference. Oh my god. It's gone from this to this. Now, you teenage guys out there and you guys in your 20s, this girl might be rejecting you right now. Where's she going to be in the future? And where are you going to be? So it is so important. I think I've got another photo here. There we go. There's the comparison. It is so important that, firstly, don't get married in your early 20s because society doesn't want you to. Society gives all the power to women. So, you know, that's what nightclubs are about. That's what women deciding what an alpha male is and deciding how society should be run, and women getting paid for mediocre jobs and all these other facets of society that are undesirable. But if you look at this, they might be kicking your ass right now in university and in high school. But think, okay, if you just do those little tiny things, you learn a little bit of game, you learn how to meet women, not only during the day, be confident in nightclubs, you make sure that you hit the gym and you don't get overweight, you make sure that you eat right, you make sure that you look after your body, you make sure that you focus on your career, and you do all these things that are improve you as a man. You will have a far more, so you'll be able to continuously meet women for the next 20 years. Easy 20 years, maybe more, depending on how well you look after yourself. You should moisturize, you should wear sunscreen when you're outside. All of the things that keep you looking young. Make sure that if you get some problems with your teeth, you see the dentist as soon as possible. You get the fillings, you get the teeth whitening, you look after your skin with moisturizer, and you make sure you don't eat really bad food and put on too much weight. All of these things will give you the longevity to eventually, if you meet enough women, to find the right girl for you. And if you look at this, imagine if Tom Cruise married her back then. She kind of, I don't want to be insulting, but she looks like his mum. To be honest, she looks like his mum in this photo. Let's have a look at what she has to say to E.T.
Did anyone reach out to you? Were you asked to appear?
Oh my God, no. They did not, and nor do I think they would ever. I mean, I'm old and I'm fat and I look age appropriate for what my age is, and that is not what that whole scene is about. But that to me is to me, I'd much rather feel
All right, so obviously she's not going to be into Top Gun 2. Yeah, that would be shocking to see it. Tom Cruise still looking quite good, quite fit. He's doing all the, the awesome action scenes. Now, my issue here is I was challenged on this when I posted this in quite a few groups. Mike Squatting Casanova said that Jennifer Lopez, she looks great for her age, and she's 51, I believe, and she does look great for her age. And a lot of actresses and singers and people in the spotlight that want to continue their career, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of time to spend in the gym and spend on every type of cream and moisturizer and thing that they can put on their face and their body to keep them looking as young as possible. But this isn't representative of all of society, and I think Kelly McGillis, she is representative because she got out of Hollywood and she just joined the general population. I guess we could compare Jennifer Lopez to Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise is a lot older. You see, he's over a decade older, I think. A lot older than Jennifer Lopez. So if we want to have an accurate comparison, we'd have to compare Tom Cruise 10 years ago to her now. And Tom Cruise 10 years ago looked great. So it's not real. He looks better than Jennifer Lopez today. So what we'll do is we'll compare Jennifer Lopez to another actor that has a lot of time and money to continue to look good of the same age. And Hugh Jackman is 1 year older. And if you have a look at Hugh Jackman, look at this body. He still has a six-pack. He's 52 years old. He's a year older. And look at him. They actually made him look older for this movie. But look at it. Six-pack. He's looking great. He's healthy. He's Wolverine. This is him. This is a snap of him at the beach. This isn't during a movie. Look at him. He looks great. And you can do that too. You can still, even when you get to the age of 50, still look great if you just do the simple things today as a teenager. The last thing you want to do as a teenager and in your 20s is get frustrated with all the rejection from women, start eating junk food, start drinking too much, become bitter at the world and focus on it too much. And there's a whole black pill community of guys that they want justice for all the bad things, but they don't realize that justice comes later on if you do the right things today. So in your early teens and 20s, if you moisturize, if you look after your skin, look at my skin. I'm 40. It's actually not that bad. I moisturize almost every day. I haven't been too good with the whole sun cream thing, but apart from that, I generally look after my skin. I'm disabled, so I've had a bit of trouble, but I still look after everything else that I can control. And if you're in your 20s, you can do that. You can just make sure you hit the gym, do the small little things that build your career. A lot of the people who are successful later on in life, they just make sure they stay out of trouble. They make sure that they don't get disabled. If something like that happens, it's not your fault. If other things happen, it's not your fault either. But the small things you can control, like making sure that you just battle away and finish your education, make sure that you pick the right career and you just do the right things there. You make sure you slot in time per week to do your exercise, and make sure you're not eating a lot of junk food all the time and you get a gut. If you get a gut and you get diabetes, and avoiding getting bitter and drinking too much alcohol or taking drugs obviously is very bad for you as well. You do all these little things, you will have longevity. You will look like Tom Cruise in the future. Really, a lot of men, we don't need to put in that much effort. Women need to put in a ton more effort because it's a peak. They hit the peak around 21, there's boom, straight down, you see. But men, we just go up, 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 and then we have this slow decline. If you just hit the gym and you do the right things that you should be doing today, you should still look as kind of, you know, it'd be tough to look like Hugh Jackman, but if you put in the effort and do all the small little things, you'll have a lot more longevity in your love life. Obviously, learning game is very valuable. As long as you've got all the other things in order and you learn a little bit of cold approach to bring women into your life, you have all these, you become a fully rounded man, you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. This type of education that this channel is dedicated to giving you, running boot camps, online coaching, we've got books. It all started with this book, The Game. But yeah, just making sure you don't even need to be that good. You just need to avoid being very bad and make sure that every other facet of your life is in order, and you're going to have a lot of success, especially with dating. So if you're bitter and you're a black pill, angry, incel type of guy, a lot of those incel guys are giving you the wrong advice. If you are an incel and you're a teen or in your 20s, you really can make a huge difference to your life if you focus on these small things now. Even if you're struggling in your 20s, by your 30s, imagine how much you can learn and change things in your 30s. And by watching that video, you also learned that Tom Cruise doesn't take shit from women. Tom Cruise is a boss. And that's awesome. You can learn from that as well. Don't be placating and being a male feminist, because that's not going to help you either. Be a man on your mission. Be one man on one man's life mission. But anyway, I've rambled too long. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next video.